Welcome back to On the Record. We're here at the Robin Robbins Boot Camp, and we're having a great time, as you can hear in the background probably. Late on a Friday night, and everybody's staying around. That really says a lot for the show. I'm with Phyllis Risner and Rick Risner, and they own together ESI Technology Group. And you've been around for about 15 years, is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, so-
Yeah. Well, we've grown our business strictly word of mouth and by referral marketing. And that's been great. It's gotten us to where we are, but we really need to take the next step and do some other forms of marketing, a more well-rounded marketing program. And so after several false starts and just trying to get going and kind of falling down a little bit, ran across Robin, and I liked what I saw, and I thought, okay, this looks like it might work. Let's give it a try.
So, Rick, after the first 2 weeks or something like that, I mean, most people take, 6 months to get started on something, and then they, want to test it out for 258 years. After the first 2 weeks, you joined the producer club. Explain to me why.
Okay,
Actually, explain to the audience.
Okay. Actually, it was pretty easy, to be honest with you. I'm not a marketing guy. I'm the technical side, run the company, stuff like that. And actually, it's, to be honest, she's fought me for years on the marketing. So,
Hold on. Smart lady.
yes. So, if it took a while to get through my thick skull, all right, on the marketing aspect. So she came in, she I guess maybe she used a Robin moment, I don't know what you want to call it, but she brought in this piece of paper to me, and she had all this stuff written on it, and she came into the office, and she dropped it on my desk and walked straight out. Left me, I go, what is this? I looked at it, and it's on Robin Robbins, right? And she also got a note saying, hey, I want to do this. After I read through it, she said, I want to do this, and I don't care if I have to pay for it myself. Well, naturally, that gets my attention, but it's still going to come out of my pocket, all right?
Isn't that nice?
Yes.
Smart woman.
So I go through this thing and I look at it, make a long story short, I go, well, actually, I think it's a pretty good idea. I did my research. She came in, briefed me on the people she talked to, from Victoria to everybody else. She did her research. She really did it well. And I said, you know what? We really don't have she's the only one in marketing, and I know how this reflects back on in IT. When you're in IT and you're the only IT guy in a CPA firm, you're alone. So I know how she feels being alone. She can't come to me for marketing. It didn't take a genius to figure out that we weren't doing this right. I said, you know what, this looks good, so yeah, let her do it. So we started to do it. Then she brought in, I saw all the stuff that came in, the toolkit? The toolkit that came in, and she came in, she brought me this package of CDs, and she said, here, you might want to look at these. So I started looking at them, and then I went to the dashboard, I looked at the dashboard, I went, wow, look at all this stuff. And then she actually told me about the Producers Club, and I said, I looked at the package, I looked at all the stuff, and it says, I'm not stupid, it says, I don't like to reinvent the wheel. And I'm sitting there going, everything is here. We've tried a lot of programs. I'm not going to mention where we've been, but I looked at this and said, you know what, we've been trying too hard. Look at this stuff that's sitting there. My partner, the whole night, we looked at this and this is incredible. And that's why I said to her, yes, she had a chance. We were invited to do the Producers Club. I said, take it, jump on it, sign up today. That's how that happened.
So, you've been here now for 2 days. You're going to be here till tomorrow night, I assume. What have you thought about the show itself?
Oh,
We're going back to the smart lady.
yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's what I anticipated. Just the energy, just meeting people, finding out that I'm not alone in what I'm going through. That's been very, very helpful right there.
So, you seem like a type of person that likes to get things done. I'm talking to Phyllis now. You're just a tech king. We'll forget about you for a few minutes. But you like to get things done. So, I imagine that you're pretty good at self-motivating yourself. How will you feel Monday morning when you go back to work after being here?
Less overwhelmed in that I know what I need to get done now. Probably a little bit more overwhelmed because I have a list that's very long of things that I want to get accomplished in a short amount of time.
Will you go to work early on Monday?
Oh, of course. At least a couple hours early.
You feeling excited though? Like, are you?
Chances are I'll probably start on it Sunday. Yeah.
If you were giving one piece of advice to our 160,000 resellers who are listening into this and saying, okay, what are Phyllis and Rick really going to tell us? What piece of advice would you give them on to how they can make money this year? Like, so within the next 12 months.
I would say just do it. Just do it. Immediately on getting the toolkit and listening to Robin, one of her things was, don't worry about getting it perfect. Don't wait. Just do it. And so I just did it. I mean, I started out immediately. And so, yeah, just do it. Don't wait.
Okay, you're referring to marketing.
The marketing, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
What advice would you have?
Well, to be honest with you, and from what I heard from people in there, one of the biggest values that I see here is the Producers Club, and it's because of the accountability tables. And I heard there's an operations one. Now, I'm not marketing, but the operations does sound interesting to me. You need accountability. You're really, and from what I've heard, some people, like you said, buy it, don't implement it. It sits on their desk. I've heard that story so many times here, all right? And they don't implement it until now. Well, we are moving forward. This is number one priority to us. So I look at the, what do you call it? Like I said, the accountability sitting there saying they know they've got to get this done. This has to be completed.
Yeah.
And I think that's a key. I think that's a key feature of this, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I agree. I think resellers are overall, what I call resellers, VARs, managed service providers, all of them. The biggest part is that most of them are techies, and congratulations to you, Rick. Matter of fact, I'll shake your hand right now on that one, on the fact that you could actually give up on that and say, this is what we really need to do, because I speak to so many techies who are great at what they do, but they're living from one paycheck to another paycheck and saying, oh my gosh, I lost a client. Now I guess, my family won't eat for the next 4 weeks. It's just not a way to live. And I think it's really important, and I think it's great. And congratulations, and hopefully next year we'll see you, because with Phyllis's energy and motivation, we'll see you up there in not only in the Producers Club, but competing for the next Mercedes.
That's what we're going for.
We're talking about it. She's here in April already.
Hey.
For 2 days. She's coming back.
Good luck with it, and just remember one thing. Next year I want to drive in the car.
You got it.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.